This video series explains how to deploy Windows 7 from Windows XP using the Windows Automated Installation Kit and Microsoft Deployment Toolkit 2010. My name is Jay Paloma. Rolling out Windows 7 into the Windows XP environment may be a daunting task for a lot of admins. Good thing Microsoft came out with free tools to help us in doing so. One of which is the Windows Automated Installation Kit, or WAIK, and the other is Microsoft Deployment Toolkit, or MDT. WAIK consists of command prompt utilities that allow us more power and flexibility in our deployment options, while MDT gives us automation and consistency. It is best for the deployment techie to learn how to use WAIK before venturing into MDT, which automates the key functions of WAIK. In part 3 of this series, let us take a look at how to deploy a WIM image using WAIK. We will use WAIK commands to partition and format the destination hard disk, then apply the WIM image into the computer. We will then reboot the machine to run Windows 7 for the first time and complete the configuration. Again, we will need the WinPE boot CD we created in part 1. This VM is our destination machine with a WinPE boot CD loaded into the drive and BIOS configured to boot from CD. To be able to save time, the video has been speeded up. We will now use the utility diskpart to manage the disk partitions. In the diskpart prompt, we can list the disks, partitions, volumes, and vdisks of the said machine. Before doing anything else, we need to ensure that we select disk 0. Then we clean disk 0. Then we create partition. Then we format the partition. Next, we set that partition to active. Then we assign that partition drive C. We now use the list disk and list volume commands to verify what we have performed. We now have our C drive where we intend to install Windows 7. We now exit diskpart. I have restarted this machine to attach the VHD where we stored our WIM file in part 2 of this series. It's now in drive D. We will now use image X to apply the image in drive C. This process would take time. In this case, it took 24 minutes to apply this image. Next, I will now make this machine bootable using BCD boot. After that, I will restart this machine. This machine will start in what's called Windows Welcome mode, and we will go through a wizard that prompts for some needed information. This process can be automated, but for demo purposes, I have left it as it is. After the Setup Windows wizard, this machine will now start up Windows 7 with all the apps originally installed. You have seen how to apply a WIM image of Windows 7 into a new machine. As of this point in our video series, we have seen the cycle of image acquisition and application using WAIK. The next series of videos would show us how to acquire and apply images in a more automated manner using Microsoft Deployment Toolkit. Be sure to watch the rest of the videos in this series. This has been J Paloma.